Ever hear a melody so good, you're convinced the band must have had a dozen more hits, only to discover that was their one shining moment? Well, 1970 gave us some unforgettable one-hit wonders. From cowbells and carefree summer vibes to soulful ballads and cinematic storytelling, these songs burned brightly and left a permanent mark on music history. Let's take a journey through 10 tracks you loved but haven't thought about again, and the stories behind them. Few songs scream summer as loudly as Mungo Jerry's In the Summertime. Written by lead singer Ray Dorset in just 10 minutes while he was working at a Timex watch factory, the track turned into one of the best-selling singles of all time. Released in 1970, it sold more than 30 million copies worldwide and topped charts across Europe, Canada, and the UK. The song is as carefree as its origin story. Instead of a polished studio sound, it leans on skiffle and jug band influences.
When the winter's here, the air is mighty tight. Bring your bottle with your freckles, it'll see me summertime.
Dorset kept time by tapping his foot, creating a loose rhythm rather than using a traditional drum kit. The result was a breezy, homemade feel that made listeners feel like they were right there on the porch, soaking in the sunshine. In the US, it peaked at number 3 on the Billboard Hot 100, and in the UK, it went straight to number 1, staying there for 7 weeks. Its whistle-along hook made it irresistible and instantly recognizable. Though Mungo Jerry released other songs, none came close to matching the international explosion of In the Summertime. The track has been used in commercials, TV shows, and movies, ensuring it remains a cultural touchstone. That's the magic of a true one-hit wonder, a moment of joy that refuses to fade. Straight from the Netherlands came one of 1970's most charming international hits, Ma Belle Amie by the T-Set. The title, which translates from French as My Beautiful Friend, gave the song a romantic, continental flair that helped it stand out. Released in late 1969 in Europe and hitting US airwaves in early 1970, Ma Belle Amie blended a catchy pop melody with a slightly psychedelic edge.
My Belle Amie, I'm in love with you.
The lyrics mix French and English, adding to its appeal. One translated line, Après tous les beaux jours, je dis merci. After all the beautiful days, I say thank you, gave the song a bittersweet touch. Ma Belle Amie became a worldwide success, reaching number 5 on the US Billboard Hot 100 and topping charts in several countries, including South Africa. It sold over 1 million copies in America alone, earning gold certification. Although the T-Set released other singles and remained popular in the Netherlands, they never achieved another international smash of this scale. Still, Ma Belle Amie has endured as a beloved one-hit wonder, remembered for its blend of European charm and pop sensibility.
My Belle Amie, there was a time that you thought that you...
Not all hits are carefree. R. Dean Taylor's Indiana Wants Me told a dramatic story unlike anything else on the charts in 1970. Inspired by the film Bonnie and Clyde, the song paints the picture of a man on the run after committing a crime to protect his lover's honor. What made it stand out was not just the storyline, but the cinematic production. Taylor included police sirens, gunshot sounds, and even a bullhorn ordering him to surrender. Born in Canada, Taylor was one of the few white artists signed to Motown's Rare Earth label. While he wrote and produced for others, Indiana Wants Me was his big moment as a performer.
Lord, I can't go back there. Indiana wants me.
The song climbed to number 5 on the Billboard Hot 100 and even topped the Cashbox Top 100 chart. Although Taylor continued to work in the industry, he never had another hit of this scale. But Indiana Wants Me remains a fascinating entry in the one-hit Wonder Hall of Fame. A pop song that sounded more like a crime thriller, unforgettable for both its risks and its story.
Indiana wants me, but I can't go back there.
If you've ever needed a pick-me-up, All Right Now by Free delivers it in one shot. The story behind the song is just as fun as the track itself. In 1970, Free played a college gig where their slow, bluesy songs left the crowd bored. Bassist Andy Fraser and singer Paul Rogers decided the band needed something with more energy. That very night, backstage, Fraser came up with the catchy riff and chorus for All Right Now, and within 10 minutes, the song was born. Released on their album Fire and Water, the track exploded in popularity. It hit number 2 in the UK and number 4 on the Billboard Hot 100 in the US. Decades later, BMI awarded it a Millionaire certificate for being played on the radio over 3 million times. That's a lot of spins for a song written on the fly in a dressing room. Despite the huge success of All Right Now, Free couldn't quite keep the momentum. They struggled with internal issues, and though Rogers later found lasting success with Bad Company, Free is remembered mainly for this single shining moment. Some songs are born from frustration, and Vehicle by the Ides of March is a perfect example. Lead singer and songwriter Jim Peterick was smitten with a girl who only seemed interested in him for rides in his car. Annoyed but inspired, he turned that experience into a song, jokingly calling himself her vehicle. The chorus, "I'm your vehicle, baby, I'll take you anywhere you want to go," was both literal and symbolic. Released in March 1970, Vehicle became the fastest-selling single in Warner Brothers Records history at that time. It soared to number 2 on the Billboard Hot 100, fueled by its gritty guitar riff and a powerhouse horn section that made people compare the band to Blood, Sweat and Tears or Chicago. The recording wasn't without hiccups. Part of the master tape was accidentally erased during production. Instead of scrapping it, the band cleverly patched it together using an earlier take. And listeners never noticed. While Vehicle gave the Ides of March their one shining mainstream hit, Peterick didn't fade from music. He later co-founded Survivor, writing massive hits like Eye of the Tiger. Still, Vehicle remains his earliest calling card. A song that blends brassy funk, rock swagger, and personal storytelling into one unforgettable package. When inspiration strikes, it can come from the simplest places. For Blues Image, it came from a keyboard. Songwriter Mike Panera noticed his Rhodes piano had 73 keys. That number turned into the 73 men who set sail in their 1970 hit Ride Captain Ride. Along with co-writer Frank Skip Conte, Panera crafted a song about a mysterious voyage, freedom, and adventure. The track's lyrics invite listeners aboard a ship leaving San Francisco Bay, where 73 men and a captain set off for a new land of promise. But the twist? The ship and its crew disappear, leaving behind a haunting sense of mystery. Musically, Ride Captain Ride featured a funky bass line, driving rhythm, and a memorable guitar solo by Kent Henry. The Rhodes piano gave it a unique texture, setting it apart from other rock tracks of the time. The single climbed to number 4 on the Billboard Hot 100 and number 23 in Australia. Despite its success, Blues Image couldn't repeat the magic. After the band dissolved, Panera went on to play with Iron Butterfly and later Alice Cooper. But Ride Captain Ride remained his group's one unforgettable moment. Few songs capture hope as beautifully as Ooh Child by the Five Stairsteps. Written by Stan Vincent and released in 1970, it was performed by the Burke family siblings from Chicago. Their mother nicknamed them the Five Stairsteps because when they lined up by age, they looked like stairsteps. Ooh Child stands out because of its simple yet powerful message. Things are gonna get easier. Things will get brighter.
Ooh, child, things are gonna get easier.
At a time when the U.S. was still dealing with civil rights struggles and social unrest, these words felt like a lifeline. Listeners weren't just hearing a song, they were hearing encouragement, set to a smooth soul groove. The track climbed to number 8 on the Billboard Hot 100 and became the group's biggest hit. Its influence has stretched far beyond 1970. Ooh Child has been covered by artists like Nina Simone and Dusty Springfield, and it's appeared in films from Boys in the Hood to Guardians of the Galaxy, where it introduced the song to a whole new generation. While the Five Stairsteps had a few other R&B hits, they never repeated the mainstream success of this one. Still, their contribution to soul music is unforgettable. Even today, if you're going through a rough patch, there's something about hearing Ooh Child that makes the world feel a little lighter.
Ooh, child, things are gonna be easier.
Mark Lindsay, best known as the lead singer of Paul Revere and the Raiders, stepped out on his own in 1969 with Arizona. Released as a solo single, it became a hit in early 1970, reaching number 10 on the Billboard Hot 100 and earning a gold disc from the RIAA. It was Lindsay's biggest solo success and proved he could stand on his own outside of his band. The song, written by Kenny Young, tells the story of a man torn between admiration and frustration for his free-spirited girlfriend, Arizona. She's a flower child, living the hippie lifestyle of peace, love, and non-conformity, while he wishes she'd settle into a more traditional role. The lyrics are both affectionate and critical, capturing the generational tension of the era. While Lindsay continued to release music, Arizona was his only major hit. Still, it left an impression as a kind of love letter to, and critique of, the counterculture movement. It remains an anthem of its time, bridging mainstream pop with the ideals and conflicts of the late 1960s. Even today, Arizona feels like a snapshot of the moment when the world was changing fast, and not everyone knew how to keep up. For Lindsay, it was his one solo claim to chart glory. But for listeners, it was a heartfelt glimpse into love and the push-pull between tradition and rebellion. Sometimes, a song can sound so effortless, you'd never guess how quickly it came together. That's the case with Love Grows, Where My Rosemary Goes, by Edison Lighthouse, a bright and bouncy pop hit from 1970. Written by Tony McCauley and Barry Mason, it was recorded in just one take, with Tony Burrows providing the lead vocals. Here's the twist. Edison Lighthouse wasn't really a fixed band at first. It was more of a studio project. Burrows himself was something of a hitman for hire, singing lead on several one-off projects around the same time, including White Plains' My Baby Loves Lovin' and Brotherhood of Man's United We Stand. But Love Grows was the one that stuck. The song's lyrics describe a man head over heels for Rosemary, a woman whose charm brightens every room she enters. Catchy, cheerful, and easy to dance to, it quickly became a radio favorite. The single soared to number 1 in the UK and reached number 5 in the US. Though Burrows soon moved on, and Edison Lighthouse had no other major hits, Love Grows became their lasting claim to fame. Decades later, the song continues to pop up in films, commercials, and TV shows, often as shorthand for cheerful nostalgia. Some hits come from unexpected chances, and Tighter, Tighter by Alive and Kicking is one of them. Written and produced by Tommy James, yes, the same one from Tommy James and the Shondells. The song was originally meant for his own group, but James wasn't happy with his version, so he passed it on to the young Brooklyn-based band Alive and Kicking. That decision gave them their one shining moment. Released in 1970, the song hit number 7 on the Billboard Hot 100 and became the band's biggest success. It also reached number 5 in Canada. Alive and Kicking was fronted by Pepe Cardona and Sandy Toder, whose voices blended perfectly on this upbeat love song. Musically, it's bright and full of energy, with a mix of horns and guitar that gave it a pop soul feel. Its catchy chorus made it a favorite on the radio, and listeners couldn't resist singing along. Alive and Kicking never managed to replicate the success of Tighter, Tighter. They released a few more singles and an album, but eventually faded from the spotlight. The song remains a joyful snapshot of 1970 pop. Earnest, lively, and perfect for turning up the volume when you're in love. If any of these hits struck a chord with you, hit that like and subscribe button to take another nostalgic look back at hits from bygone eras.